Yo, what is up guys? Sandy Beans here. Hope you're having an extra saucy day today, as always. And before we get into this video, let's click that like button. Let's see how many likes we can get today, like I say every day. And today's video is a pretty interesting video. Probably not something that you want to run into when you're at school. But yeah, this happened to me, happened to a lot of unsuspecting people, and sadly we all had to go through this. So let's get right into the video. It was a pretty sunny day. It was actually a pretty nice day, if I do say so myself, in my little area. And it was a good day at school. Everything was going very well, you know. It was just one of those days where you're like, I'm having a good day. You're not worrying about anything. No homework, no quizzes, no tests. And you're just chilling, hanging out with people. And then something unfortunate happened. I was about to go to my study hall, and I was just about to go watch some flicks because I had nothing else to do, maybe a little Netflix. At the time, I think it was Breaking Bad. I feel like that was the popular thing. And when I went to go watch my show, I saw this one kid in the library. He was a fairly new kid. He was a pretty interesting guy. He was infamous for a few things. He apparently killed a cat when he was younger. I'm not too sure how that went. Could have been fake. But he was just an interesting guy in general. He tended to explode with cussing at people and threatened to kill some people here and there when people were just messing around and stuff. He pretty much just was a pretty violent kid, I guess. And one day in the library, I guess this guy was feeling extra tingly. And he was just having a good time. Don't know what he was doing on his computer. And let's keep this in mind. The library was pretty heavily populated. Like, there were a decent amount of people here and there. Like, if you took a couple paces to your left or right or back and forth, you were about to touch someone. You were very close to people in that library. And this guy decided to go in the corner. So I was watching my show, and I look over my computer, and I see this kid. He's making a very fierce face. Like, he was in the moment of doing something intense. I was like, okay, guess he's just gaming, doing something, I don't know, maybe really into a show or something. And then I saw his head jerk up and down. I guess he was just really enjoying what he was doing over there. And I was just like, wait, is this kid beating off? Is this kid choking the chicken? Is this guy beating the bishop in the corner of the library? Is this man stroking the snake? And I was like, oh, there's no way this is going on. Not at school, in the library, especially when there's people all around. And I started to examine closer and closer into what was happening in that corner. And I looked under the table, and it appeared to be a hand in the pants situation. I know, maybe he was scratching something, adjusting, you know, everyone has to do those things when it's a nice sunny hot day, you know, the sweat gets to you. But this guy was just, it looked like he was, you know, jerking it down there. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, but when you're in school, that's just not cool, man. Like, I don't think anyone else noticed, or I was just the only one who was very intrigued by the situation, because it's not every day where you come across someone beaten off in school, let alone in the library. And I thought nobody noticed, but then a little bit later, someone walked over to him, and he just like whipped his hand out of his pants, shut his computer real quick, and he's like, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah. At that moment, it was very suspicious, and the guy who walked up to him was just gonna ask him for a pen or pencil or something, but he definitely knew what he was doing because he saw his hand in his pants and he just closed his computer real quick, and it was just very suspicious. And then a couple seconds later, I didn't even say anything. Someone came up to me and was like, was he just beating off? And I was like, it seemed like that's what he was doing. I mean, I guess you gotta do what you gotta do, but yeah, he did that, and it was pretty weird, and word got around real quick because my school was not the biggest school in the world. So this man was just beating off in school. I mean, for all we know, it could have been a little bit of anime porn. Nothing wrong with that if any of you guys are avid lovers of anime. But I mean, in school, it's not cool to beat off, and especially when there's people all around you, it makes everyone else real uncomfortable. But anyway, yeah, that was today's video. We had our man choking the chicken in class, or I mean, in the library, and there was a lot of people around him. There was a lot of people seeing what was going on, and it was just not a good situation for him. And I heard later that day that he was not allowed to go in that corner of the library anymore. I guess everyone knew what he was up to, and best of luck to him in his future. So if you enjoyed this video, click that like button, comment any feedback, it's much appreciated, and subscribe if you're new around here. So yeah, see you guys.